Hey, what's going on YouTube? So today I just wanted to make a video about basically the three best sites for selling sports cards, at least that I know of, Comc, Sportlots, and eBay. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Comc. It's also known as check out my cards, check out my collectibles, things like that. You can sell anything from cards to autographed memorabilia to Sports Illustrated and Beckett magazines. They even allow you to sell gaming cards like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, things like that. So the advantages to Comc are that it's probably the simplest site to use. Basically what you do is you can sign your cards to them. It is selling through consignment, so you ship, say, 500 cards to them. You can do the monthly service, you can do a week service. Basically the month service, you're going to ship them, and within, sometimes it goes as quickly as 10 days. Sometimes it does take the full month to get the cards listed. They scan them, they get all the card details in, and they list them on the website. All you have to do is just basically manage the prices, accept offers, things like that. Right now, actually, they have a thing going called the Comc Challenge, though, where you can put in details like the teams, the players, the card numbers, and you complete enough challenges, you can get a money reward that goes into your Comc account. Some of the disadvantages of Comc is it is a pretty hefty fee. For the cheapest service, it's 25 cents per card to get listed, and some of the cards, after a while, they tend to get pretty high in volume on the website. Sometimes there's as many as 150 of one card on the site, and people start getting really competitive on the pricing, and it'll get driven down below 25 cents, and you'll end up losing money on some of your cards. So it's pretty good if you want to do some, mid-end, low-end inserts, bays, parallels, things like that. Basically, just you want to make sure that the site doesn't have too many in stock of what you're trying to sell before you send it in. It's also got a pretty hefty fee if you want to cash out your store credit. If you want to get it sent into PayPal, then it's like a 20% fee. Another popular one is you can get a Blowout Cards gift certificate. Even then, I think like $30 of store credit gets you like a $25 gift card. So the fees are pretty hefty in that sense. So next one I'm going to talk about is Sportlots. This is one that not a whole lot of people know about. I know I didn't really discover it until a couple years ago. So Sportlots is a very good site, secondary to eBay, but you can only sell cards on there. You can't sell any memorabilia or anything like that. You do get to sell it yourself. They don't do consignment. It is 15-cent auction fees. You can list auction and you can list on your store inventory, which is basically the eBay equivalent of buy it now. So you can do pretty simple auctions. It really only takes about, I'd say, 30 seconds to list an auction. All you have to do is enter the title, get the picture, very quick description, and then shipping prices. You can only ship to Canada and the U.S. and a lot of users on Sportlots choose just not to ship to Canada. Sportlots, the good thing about that is, aside from the 15-cent auction fee, which can get pretty hefty after a while if you list a lot on auctions, is the 10% fee for just selling your cards, whether it's on inventory or on auction. I think out of the three sites, Sportlots does have the cheapest fee after you sell your item, and right now they do have a lock on the store inventories. It's a seller freeze, so they're trying to update their site right now, trying to get I don't really know what they're doing exactly, just trying to get a more efficient way to do store inventory. Now the good thing about store inventory on Sportlots that's very different from eBay and Comc is you can have as many cards as you want listed on fixed price at one time. You can have 500,000 cards listed on the site, and it won't cost you a penny until you sell one. And I think that's a great thing to have, because there's a lot of sellers. I know I've in the past had up to 50,000 things listed on eBay at once, and the price of fees really builds up after a while. You'll end up paying upwards of $1,000 a month for monthly fees just to have them listed. So that's a great thing to have. The prices it's a lot like Comc, where the prices do get pretty competitive on some of the lower end cards, and some of your cards can get driven down to, I think the minimum price on store inventory is 18 cents. But you do get to set your own shipping prices. So if you like to ship with insurance, or you like to ship with maybe a thicker stock bubble mailer, and it might cost a little bit more, then you can just set a higher shipping price and change your shipping policy. So Sportlots is a very flexible site. It gives a lot of options to the sellers. It's very seller friendly, but at the same time, I've had a great experience as a buyer. The buyer protection policy on there, while it's not that comprehensive, does do a pretty good job. So Sportlots, just purely for selling cards, might actually be my favorite, even though it might not get the most traffic. So last but not least, eBay, the one that everyone knows about, probably the most popular site. So eBay takes out about a 12% fee for selling, whether it's on auction or on buy it now. I think now you can get up to like 500 listings for free on auction. I don't know how many it is on buy it now. I haven't listed anything on buy it now in a while. I think that depends on what level of store you have for buy it now. So the good things about eBay is obviously there's more traffic. If you do have a store, then they give you more marketing tools, more seller tools, basically more of an ability to analyze your sales, analyze your monthly fees, just your overall revenue and profit. So if you do get pretty in depth with the business of doing sports memorabilia, cards, whatever, then it's a good site for you if you wanted to get a lot more in depth. But if you're just looking to sell off a few cards, then those tools really aren't necessary. And the good thing about eBay is a lot of people already know how to use it. It's a very common site. It does have by far the highest volume of cards listed. Basically, if you're a collector, if you're a super collector of one card, one guy, one set, then eBay is obviously the place to look for you. So eBay also, they give you a lot more flexibility as a seller to change up your business plan. By that I mean it allows you to be more creative with your seller page, allows you to be more creative with the way you list things, and it also gives you more options for your store. Like I said, when you get a lot more, or if you do sell cards as a business, then having an eBay store is probably one of the first things you think about. They do have like 3-4 levels of store. You can have basic, premium, and then anchor store. It goes anywhere from $20 a month to $500 a month, each one with different benefits, different level of marketing tools, and it's a very nice thing to have when you are running it. Running it as a business. So eBay is great. It is great as a buyer too. Like I said, you'll be able to find really anything you're looking for in the way of just common rookies, base, inserts, parallels, and I mean, if you're looking for a specific card, let's say like a Chris Bryant red refractor, then I mean the first place you're going to think to look is eBay. You're not going to think, oh, I really need this card, let me go look at Comc or Sportlots first. Now, while there may be some, I wouldn't really call them hidden gems, but like some random cards that are low numbered, occasionally like a printing plate or something, there are going to be those type of cards listed on Sportlots, and Comc, it's not going to be as much as eBay. So as a seller myself, I would say I do have a little bit more in the way of sports memorabilia, so I'd say my overall favorite site for selling and the one that's more flexible for me is eBay. But I'd say the easiest site is Comc. The best site for cards is Sportlots, and the most flexible and the most creative site to use is definitely eBay. So all three have their advantages. All three are great sites to have. All three are great sites to also check out as a buyer. If you are thinking about selling on one of those sites, if you don't know a whole lot about eBay or a whole lot about Sportlots or Comc, I hope that I filled you in a little bit on it. If you are looking to learn how to list or manage a store on one of those sites, then you can definitely let me know. I can try to give you further pointers if you're interested in something like that. I think I did a video about 2 years ago, might have been 3, comparing like eBay, Sportlots, and one more site that I used to sell on. I don't think it was Comc. And I just thought it'd be time to make a new one. The sites have changed a lot. Comc got an entirely new website outline. Sportlots has actually gained a lot of users. They've improved the way that you can sell, basically through the dynamics of using a store or having store inventory and having auctions. And then eBay just changes a lot about every month. That's just the way it goes with how popular that site is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you have any questions about it, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, and thanks. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.